Hey, let me out of here, I'm innocent. Those £5 of fisstech were for personal use. Hey you, jailer, at least move me. I don't want to be with the politicals. Politics makes you rot. I'm a decent thief, let me out.
Shut your trap! I'm busy!
Jethro, keep it down, you're looking to kill me?
That thief's bugging me.
Thief, right. And I'm here with the politicals. Scandalous.
I said shut up!
Stop screaming or on my mother's life I'll bloody smash your junky mouth!
Abso-fucking-lutely beautiful.
What's your problem, Whitey? You wanna dance to Vizima? Come on, I wanna see your hands in the air.
Jethro, open the cell.
Ooh, scared? Soft as butter. Come on, Whitey, what you got?
Back off.
What, you wanna fight or not?
Professor, move it. You're free.
How ironic, our paths cross again. So near and yet so far. Fear not, Witcher, we'll meet again. I assure you.
You're making a mistake. This man's a murderer.
You fail to grasp the basic rules governing this world. You're a genetically modified murderer with no place in modern society. But we'll tend to that problem next time. Farewell.
I can't wait.
Tomorrow's my big day.
Why are you here, Elf?
Delighting in the last moments of my life. Or trying to. I hang tomorrow. I have a request. I've always found games pleasant, and Jethro let me keep my dice. If you don't have your own set, we can share mine.
All right, you maggots. The king in his mercy will pardon whoever subdues the cockatrice in the sewers.
Pardon? What about half the kingdom, the princess's hand in marriage?
Clever. Watch what you say, Witcher. Political jokes could get you in trouble.
I'll slay the monster.
Too late. There's another volunteer.
I'm the better candidate.
The creep in the corner claims he'll defeat it bare-fisted.
Which creep?
Yoo-hoo!
That tub of lard? You're kidding.
You want freedom? Fight for it. Whoever wins faces the cockatrice.
Piece of cake.
I'll defeat you, then thrash that lizard and go free.
Let's do it.
You bastard! Bastard. You couldn't have beaten me without your spells.
I saved your life. The cockatrice is no joke.
Next time, you'll get beaten. Boring.
Congratulations. You won the right to slay the beast.
I'm almost proud.
Want to slay the beast, or would you rather just stand there?
I need a weapon.
That's funny. We recently confiscated a Witcher's sword.
Where?
Not your business. Jethro, bring that silver sword.
The one we found at Thaler's?
Yes, idiot. That one.
Can I have it?
Get it from Jethro. The rest of your gear's in deposit for afterwards.
Fine.
One more thing. I'll pay extra for the monster's head, provided it's undamaged.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, the sword. Where was it?
Hurry up. I don't have all day.
Yes, we also confiscated a potion. Once you've completed your task, collect your belongings from behind the bars.
I'll ask about it. Then I'll get the professor.
Stupid. The professor just does the wet work. If you want to be effective, you'd strike at his boss. Though I doubt you'd succeed. He's a big player. He has concessions.
Connections, you mean? I'll find him.
First, you gotta survive your meeting with the cockatrice.
Watch my belongings. I'll be back, and I'll want everything returned.
Oh, you're a witcher?
Indeed.
White hair, vertical pupils, signs of mutation?
Skip the medical exam.
Forgive me. I meant no harm. I'm Siegfried, a knight of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
I'm Geralt.
I've heard much praise concerning the combat skills of witchers.
If you don't mind, I have some work to do down here, and I'd like to get it done fast.
A cockatrice, correct? That's why I'm here.
Let's talk.
Yes?
What do you know about cockatrices?
Cockatrices, also known as scoffins, are a kind of ornithosaur. They're twice the size of a large bird. The link between reptiles and birds. They resemble roosters, hence their common name.
Go on.
The cockatrice is frequently mistaken for a basilisk, but they're two separate species. Contrary to common belief, the cockatrice's gaze does not turn people to stone, but one should beware of its beak. The monster's beak is apt to tear its opponent's vital organs out with surgical precision. Often, the victim is slain immediately, especially when taken from behind.
So how would you say the beast can be killed?
You'll need to excel at swordsmanship. Without a silver sword, it'll be more difficult. A cockatrice likes to sneak up from behind and attack.
Anything useful to be taken from the carcass?
Its eyes are quite a versatile component, and precious. Its tail feathers are even more valuable.
Impressive knowledge.
I confess my knowledge of monsters ends with the cockatrice. My late father, Ike of Danel, may he rest in peace, left me an engraving of the beast. There were many more engravings, but they were lost inside a manticore's stomach. Only the cockatrice's image survived.
My sympathies. Did you hunt the manticore too?
No, I wasn't at home at the time. When I returned, I discovered my father, despite his infirmity, had decided to fight the manticore. He asked to be tied to a horse, and with a prayer, he charged the beast. As you can surmise, he met a tragic end.
When I reached the site of their struggle, the monster was in horrible pain, seconds from dying. When it could not dislodge my father from his armor, it nearly swallowed the old man whole. Later they would say the sacred fire in Ike's soul burnt the monster's heart.
A heroic death.
May he rest in peace.
Think you can kill the cockatrice?
The sacred flame will guide me.
What prompted you to enter the sewers after a beast?
It threatens Vizima. The Order's been fighting beasts for a while, rather effectively too.
Wait, that's Witcher's work.
You Witchers are relics and few in number. You're no competition. The Order demands no payment for protecting humans.
I suppose fairies funded your armor and castles.
I've no desire to argue. We're both here. There's no reason to await the other's turn, especially while there are drowners here too. Let's join forces instead. I long to see your combat skills, and I assure you, my sword is at your disposal.
Agreed. Let's go.
You lead. Get...
Behind you!
victory! The cockatrice is dead. Now, where was the exit?
I don't think I can go back the way I came.
Come, I'll lead you to the exit. Take the cockatrice's head. Vincent pays well for trophies.
Very well, though it reeks.
That door leads out of the sewers. So, this is where we part. But...
Quiet. I hear footsteps.
Odd. Few would dare venture here.
It's the white-haired bastard! Kill him! Tonight, too! Honor or death!
Friends of yours?
You could say so. The thugs with the salamander sign have been bothering me for a while.
Who knew you'd be in the sewers?
The captain of the guard, the loon from the jail, and the prisoners. I fought the cockatrice for my freedom.
A limited number of suspects. You'll likely solve the mystery when you find the leader of those bandits. I have a friend in Vizima, a detective. See him for help.
Where are you headed?
I have things to attend to at my quarters. Then I'll venture out in search of beasts, as the world is still filled with them.
You did well, Siegfried. Glad we met. I need to recover my things.
Make sure you get everything. Jethro is known to have sticky fingers.
Let's get out of here.
Here's the key for the passage to town. A few days ago, I locked the door to keep the cockatrice in.
Thanks. I'd rather not go back the way I came.
We might meet again if ever you visit the sewers. At times I venture down here in search of monsters.
Ah, your sacred mission of protecting humankind?
Your sarcasm is unnecessary. We're on the same side, Witcher. You'll realize this one day.
Farewell, and thanks.
If you ever need me, I'll be at my quarters in Vizima.
Vizima's temple quarter. Whores, murderers, beggars. Salamandra's base must be near. Interesting. The private eye Siegfried mentioned could be helpful. Have to start somewhere.
You're free, but you still need to observe the quarantine.
Meaning?
Don't leave the temple quarter.
You must be kidding.
We keep a close eye on you, Witchers.
Didn't I hear you say that everyone's equal?
What is it, Witcher?
I can prove I killed the cockatrice.
Impressive. That's 400 Oren's reward. Well deserved.
Do you handle monsters too?
I'd rather not waste my men on that. I pay anyone who kills a monster. Just bring proof.
What pays best?
Right now, my budget includes reward money for the cockatrice in the sewers, and for some bloodthirsty plant that kills people in the swamp. Imbecile. Your reputation precedes you. I heard you killed 3 monsters and brought in proof.
True.
A special reward. This runic stone. Use it well. The city should offer more rewards soon.
How's the Salamandra investigation going?
Patience, Witcher. All will be explained tonight.
Any way I can help?
Stay clear of the warehouses and the slums. It's a sensitive case that doesn't require your sword. Just yet.
The warehouses. You don't intend to go there alone?
It's a secret operation. How do you expect me to go? With an assault team and full-plate armor and a bugler? Relax. I'm no rookie. And I got a few things up my sleeve.
No doubt.
Meaning? No matter. Have a good time today. Enjoy your freedom. And maybe tomorrow I'll serve you Jabbit's balls on a platter.
See ya.
You killed the cockatrice. On behalf of King Faltest, I grant you an official pardon.
Finally, this absurdity is over.
Take your belongings from the trunk before I sell them. And remember the reward on the cockatrice's head. Vincent gets very excited about trophies. I can finally relax. I'll inspect what we've confiscated here. Good quality gear. Damn, it's strong.
What's strong?
None of your business.
I just... Why was the professor released from prison?
He has powerful friends. Let that be a warning. Don't annoy those more powerful than you.
I should be like the city guards. Release criminals whenever someone shakes a coin pouch.
Hey, you're still under observation. Besides, someone bailed him out. Completely legal.
Who was this benefactor?
No idea. Money was transferred from Vivaldi's Dwarven Bank. Impossible to trace. Drop it. I could get into trouble talking like this.
Got a cold?
You're pretty green.
Not so green I don't know the best way to take Fistek. Fold back your skin and rub.
Where?
Where you can fold back your skin, Jethro.
If you buy Fizztech from Coleman at the Hairy Bear, don't say I sent you.
I have questions.
Ask.
If Foltest put a reward on the professor's head, he must detest Salamandra.
It's not royal gold. Privately funded.
Interesting.
There's also payments for Salamander badges taken from dead bandits.
Who is this philanthropist?
I can't tell you, but the sponsor's representative spends his evenings at the tavern.
I'll check it out. I have questions.
Ask.
A parcel's missing from my belongings.
But glad you're not doing extra time for it. We've confiscated it. Don't mention it to the captain.
Damned thieves. See ya.
Cursing the heavens. Some bread, my lord?
Care to relax a little, handsome?
Only a little.
Depends. I'm open to suggestions.
Let's talk.
All right, we'll chat. But I'm counting on more.
Surprise me.
We know so little about love. It's like a pear, sweet and shapely. But try describing that shape without saying pear.
I'm no poet, but I can tell a peach when I see one.
A charmer? If this conversation carries on, I'll want some of that fruit.
Any work for a witcher?
Some men are troubling my girls. Take care of it and we'll compensate you generously.
I'll see what I can do. Where can I find these men?
There are 3 places they frequent at night.
Mark them on my map.
Geralt, it's been ages. I couldn't believe Zoltan when he said you'd returned.
It's me, Monroe. Exiles, the war, you, Zoltan, and I helped them. You must remember.
How's life?
Can't complain, I have a nice slow job as a bouncer.
That's slow.
The guests settle things between themselves. It's a quiet place. Birds don't ever shit in their own nests.
I'll find you later.
Gods, grant me patience.
Well, well. Swords on your back. White hair. You run away from a circus?
No, still a member. But I hear they're looking for you.
Sharp tongue. Good fella. What can I get you?
Heron Brog asked me to deliver this parcel.
Coleman's dirty schemes. Parcels for him.
Where can I find this Coleman?
Am I my brother's keeper? Look for him yourself. I'm busy running this place loftily called a tavern.
All right, I'll look around.
Ask and ye shall receive, seek and ye shall find.
What's with all this betting?
Common folks' entertainment. Two toughs fight. We wager on who wins.
What do those nuts get out of it?
Gold. Spectators have a laugh while the boys let off steam. If something goes awry, the dogs get some supper.
Any rooms?
5 orens.
Greetings! Look who's here.
Who are you?
They call me Coleman.
What do you do?
I sell things, travel about.
Like where?
Swamps recently, what do you care?
Just asking.
You buying?
Had a parcel for you from Heron.
You had it?
The city guards took it.
Curses! Always happens to me. Maybe we can bribe someone.
No grudge?
Just don't offer to deliver my packages again, get it?
See ya. Ever seen a Salamandra sign?
Leave me be!
But...
Shove off. You buying?
Looking to hire a witcher?
Well, since you mention it...
Yes?
There's an haunted house. More suited to an exorcist than a witcher.
Ghosts?
I want results. Chairs should stand still. Doors remain closed. And pots hang on the wall peacefully. Willing to check it out?
Okay.
Great. The house is by the sewer entrance, near the gate to the dike.
Can't help thinking a good glazier could eliminate those drafts.
What you want, freak?
I have some questions.
You haven't the faintest idea who you're talking to, freak. One word, and before you count to 3, you'll be facing a dozen hardened assassins.
You'll be dead before you count to 3.
Well, the cub growls, but does it bite? I could use someone for wet work.
I'll think about it.
Relax. A rhetorical question. I know how you handled the Provost and the Mishlat brothers' crew. I'll answer your questions as a token of goodwill.
What do you do?
I'm the king of the underworld, Wolf. Whores, thieves, murderers, they all answer to me. Come and see me when you need work.
How's things?
Old whores have wings. Beat it, Witcher.
Welcome, traveler.
I hear you buy jewelry.
What if I do?
Drink with me?
Sure. I've had enough.
I'm looking for work. Know who could help?
I work for Leuvaarden, a wealthy merchant. He has many jobs.
Thanks, that's a big help.
Always help my friends.
slashing like a seasoned killer.
Damn it! Whatever you do, don't bet on the boxing. It's rigged. What do you want?
Seen Coleman?
You did business with him and then he disappeared, right?
You could say so.
Well, you're lucky. His partners often meet with accidents.
Where can I find him?
Evenings he collects transports on the dike. If you provide him a service, learn why he needs it done.
All right.
We'll reward you for anything you find out.
So long.
Geralt, good to see you. Where are you going?
To the dike.
No passage. Captain forbids it.
Why?
Captain's orders. Talk to him.
Gentlemen, that's no way to treat a hero. Geralt, the witcher that saved Vizima from a terrible cockatrice.
A hero? Well, that changes things.
He's almost one of us.
In that case, please pass, Master Geralt. We'll drink your health at the inn.
Thanks, Siegfried. A surprise in the sewers. A night of the Flaming Rose, soaked in stench from head to foot. I usually work alone, but this was an opportunity to see a knight in action. I must say he did rather well for a human. That was rare gratitude he showed.
And if that's all I saw?
You'll lose half your gold.
Wait, someone's coming.
It's that white-haired fellow. He spotted us.
Careful. He's a witcher. He's dangerous.
Finally, the acknowledgement I deserve.
Witcher?
That seemed like a nice chat.
Stop playing the fool. You know.
Matter of fact, I do. By the way, you never paid me.
Here's 100 orins. Don't turn me in.
Why not?
I'm helping Vincent dismantle the secret salamander organisation.
You're not doing too well.
Oh, some fool keeps killing salamanders, spoiling our traps and schemes.
Any idea who?
No, but if I find him, I'll stop his meddling.
Just slap somebody.
No sign of Javed or the Professor. This bunch should cave easily. Let's do this.
What's that?
Who's this? This wasn't our deal, cop.
Relax. Just a witcher. Surely you know witchers are golems. No will of their own. Follow orders quick and easy. No complaints. Right, Geralt?
Right.
See? Nothing to be afraid of. You didn't exactly come alone. Now let's deal.
I don't trust him. Heard he was a fucking murderer, cut up over a dozen of our people.
Let's not play who killed who. That's the past. We're interested in the future. Your future. Which will be unpleasant if Javed learns you cheated him. And believe me, he'll learn shortly if you don't start talking.
You bluffing? You don't scare me.
Enough. Where's Javed? Where are the Witcher's secrets? Spit it out before I feed you to the rats.
Vincent, stop him! I know nothing! I was assistant to Salamandra's accountant. Javed stopped trusting me. I don't know where he is or what he intends.
The Professor?
I don't know. He went off somewhere.
Bullshit. You need encouragement.
You promised me protection in exchange for my testimony. On my mother's grave, I know nothing. Stop him! You're a cop. This is murder. You're gonna stand by and watch?
No, I'm leaving. Besides, I know you had a part in murdering Raymond's family. Witcher, make it quick.
Time to
You there, shove off.
Assault is impolite.
Leave while you can.
This woman is with me.
So you die.
For the gold they pay you.
Thanks for helping. They leave us alone now.
You're on your own?
You mad? Some local boys take care of us. They just couldn't handle those freaks.
I see.
What's it to be? 200 orens? Unless you'd rather collect another way.
I'm no materialist.
The good book says no service goes unrewarded. I'll make it known around town and amongst the working girls. We whores know how to show gratitude.
That's nice.
You're quite unique, but there's no shortage of frauds who'd pretend they're you. Let's agree you'll bring the girls flowers if there's any doubt.
That's how they'll know who I am?
For certain. I've never heard of a patron who gave flowers to a whore.
Many girls like you working in Vizima?
Plenty, but I'm the prettiest.
No doubt.
Nice to see you.
See ya.
Witcher!
Zoltan Chive, good to see you.
You got inside the town okay? Plenty of work for a witcher in Vizima.
It seems so. How did you manage to get in?
Nasty non-humans will always find a way to sneak into human homes.
True enough. Listen, Zoltan, I wanted to talk to you.
Yes?
I'm looking for work.
Monsters are threatening the landing in the swamp. Everyone keeps complaining.
Who should I talk to about ridding them of the danger?
Contact Leuvaarden. He's usually on the dike, supervising the loading and unloading of goods.
Thanks, Zoltan.
Yes?
Know anything about Vivaldi's bank?
No, it's only Vivaldi's by name.
How so?
New owners. Humans.
That explains a lot.
Really?
How are you doing?
Ever considered marriage, Geralt?
My profession's not exactly conducive to marriage. Infertility, incessant risk, travel. Not many women would agree to that.
You see, I'm having doubts.
Go on.
I haven't seen her for some time, and I'm getting jealous. She-dwarves are so desirable.
I suggest we drink heavily, if that doesn't help.
You mocking me?
I wouldn't dare.
Hardly something to laugh about.
Got a minute?
What's eating you?
I warn you, some philosophy's involved.
The meaning of life, eh?
The evil that witchers fight stems from chaos, from actions aimed at disturbing order. For where evil spreads, order cannot be established. Instead of the light of wisdom, the glimmer of hope, and the glow of warmth, darkness ensues. And in darkness you find nothing but blood, fangs, and claws. Like in the outskirts.
Nicely put, but as young Sero said to King Verdank on their first date, does it have any practical uses?
The right of witchers to live and function in this world has fallen out of balance, because the struggle between good and evil now plays out on a different battlefield with different rules. Evil has ceased being chaotic. No longer a blind elemental power, evil follows rules according to the rights it's been granted. It functions in line with treaties.
That's progress. With more of us living longer, we can slaughter one another in the thousands. Progress is like a herd of pigs. The herd brings many benefits, but no one should wonder at all the shit.
Shit or no shit, witchers exist to slay monsters. How can I when the real monsters hide behind ideals, faith, or the law?
The biggest evil is moral relativity, which kills more than the Catriona plague and dragons combined. Witchers will always be needed, no matter where that pig herd leads us.
Thanks, Zoltan.
How did things go at the warehouse once I left?
Quickly.
Good. I admit I was hoping for a bit more, but it's always a few bandits less.
That's the last time you use me. I'm not a general avenger.
Had no choice, believe me. It won't happen again. You have my word. I guess you plan to continue the investigation.
Don't have a choice.
I can't help officially, but I'll leave you to it. Anything you learn, I'd be glad to hear.
I know about your connection to Salamandra.
Curiosity is killing me.
I have irrefutable evidence you're not involved.
I wish you'd said so sooner.
Well?
Here's a city guard ring. Wear it, and the guard shouldn't give you any trouble.
Thanks. Know anything else about Salamandra?
Salamandra aims to take over the Fistech trade. Javed smelled the money in it. He's a junkie himself.
I never turned down good Fistech.
Who did you confiscate the Witcher's sword from?
Thaler, the fence. Has to earn his living somehow. Before we let the professor out, Thaler and Vincent were chatting in the courtyard.
Before I went down the sewers. Somehow I sense it was no coincidence. Where do I find Thaler?
I'll mark the place on the map, but don't kill him. We have a deal with him.
You should drop that habit.
Maybe, but not today.
See ya.
I'm a fence. I buy and sell.
What you deal in?
Everything worthwhile. So what'll it be? We doing some ploughing business?
Have you heard of Salamandra?
Piss-swilling reptiles. I've heard of them, but I've no fucking idea what they want.
Amphibians.
What?
Salamanders are amphibians. Now tell me your connection to them.
I'll be ploughed if I know.
You do business with Salamandra? You have contacts among the city guards. Could be valuable to Azar.
Damn dangerous times. I need protection from Salamandra, that's why I deal with the guards.
So you say.
I pay Vincent's half-wits a few coins and they see to my personal safety. I'm done now, see ya.
Believable, I guess. Innocent until proven guilty, I guess. So let's assume it's not you for now.
I'd say so. Goddamn Dijkstra, ace spy. Dog's balls, what a clever analysis. If you figure anything out and need more information, creep on over and we'll talk. So what'll it be? We doing some ploughing business?
The city guards found a witcher's sword at your place.
First of all, it's the cocksucking guards. Second, why do you care?
Another witcher, Berengar, came to see you.
Well, it wasn't his fucking razor.
How do you know that?
I have your boyfriend's other property. The sword I got elsewhere.
Other property?
Right. Meaning not his sword, got it? Like his undershorts that he pissed all over or something.
So where did you get the sword?
What'll you give me if I tell you?
I'll stop short of gutting you.
Fair offer. I bought it from a man at the Hairy Bear Tavern.
Care to describe him?
No need, he's the most famous dice player around. Out fucking standing, a real goddamn magician.
How did you get Berengar's property?
Stubborn-ass fellow, aren't you? From a middleman.
Where do I find him?
At the Hairy Bear Tavern. Doubt he'd want to talk to you. Man named Coleman.
I'll find you later.
I respect those who take risks.
Silver sword mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
I don't have time for chit-chat.
Take no offense.
Where did you get the sword?
I won it from a gardener.
Where can I find him?
The garden at St. Lebioda's hospital.
this hospital for victims of the Catriona Plague. Only 2 stages after this. Old Vizima and Hell. Damn, I'm gloomy.
You're growing beautifully. Look how they grow.
I'm more interested in silver swords.
I knew one of you would come by eventually.
You lost it playing dice?
I was sure I'd win. Beware the sharp one plays well.
Where did you get this sword?
5 years ago there was a battle near Brenna. When the dust had settled, our men had beaten the Nilfgaardians. We ceased to call ourselves an imperial province that day.
You captured the sword during the battle?
Yes, it was Witcher Cohen's. A strapping fellow and a rare breed. Not very talkative, mind you.
Like most of us.
I gave my word the sword would find another Witcher. As he lay dying, he mumbled about teeth and destiny. Then he laughed at his own death.
Yet you lost it gambling?
I kept it hidden for 5 years. I lost hope I'd ever run into another Witcher. Miss Shani knew Cohen. She works at the hospital.
Thanks.
Good luck on the path.
Don't you fear the plague?
My garden brings joy. When Melitelli decides my time has come, I will go happily.
Tell me about your mercenary days.
Bring me a morsel to eat and we'll talk. For a bite to eat. Thank you.
You were saying?
During the war, I served as a mercenary under Pretty Kitty herself. You've heard what a warrior she was. What a woman.
Strong women. Nothing on this earth like them.
Too true. We could take on anyone. I saw half the world as a member of Pretty Kitty's corps of mercenaries. We even went to Zerrikania.
That's really far.
It was hell. Hot as an oven, and humid as a bathhouse. We massacred the natives while Zerrikania massacred us. They have flies there that creep up your nose at night and lay eggs. Then the larvae eat your brain and crawl out your eyes once they mature into flies. Disgusting. Many of us died thus. There were also diseases, venomous spiders and snakes, and many other afflictions I can't even name. I even saw a striped horse. After almost 8 months of fighting the jungle, we had to retreat. Impossible to win a war if you can't locate your enemy. It was the only defeat Pretty Kitty ever suffered.
Interesting story. Thanks.
Look how they grow.
Godspeed.
How much longer?
Geralt, you managed to get out of prison.
I did, though it wasn't easy.
I've heard about your deeds.
I see you're working at the hospital.
I'm fighting the plague. No time for chit-chat.
When can we talk?
I've a room in the northern end of town. Stop by after work.
Okay.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
How can I help?
Your skills are no good here.
Shani, I do other things besides kill.
We don't have a cure for the plague yet, but did you know Rusty?
Don't recall.
Before the plague took him, he discovered certain plant extracts retarded the disease's progress.
You need those plants?
Yes, the best one's celandine. Unfortunately, it's only found on swampy ground.
I'll try to help.
Every blossom counts. Bring at least 5 sprouts.
Here's the celandine.
Excellent. I'm really grateful.
It was nothing.
If you need anything, let me know.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for personal matters.
Where are you staying?
I have a room in the northeastern end of Vizima.
Easy to find?
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
See ya.
You again? They let you into town?
Are you Leuvaarden?
I am.
Let's talk.
Yes?
I heard creatures threaten the transport of goods.
Yes, I assume you're not asking for curiosity's sake.
I'm hoping someone will pay for their removal.
I may. The dog by the swamp is crucial to my business. The creatures have caused me losses.
What are the beasts like?
Drowners. They emerge at night, destroying goods and murdering carriers. I'll pay 400 orens to be rid of them.
A pleasure doing business.
Indeed.
Let's talk.
Yes?
I think you're paying for salamander pins. I'm just not sure why you would do that.
You're mistaken.
Why so defensive? I'm also after salamandra and can prove it.
If so, bring me 3 pins. Then we'll talk.
I have 3 salamander pins. Will you tell me about your secret society now?
Excellent. I normally pay 20 apiece, but I'll make an exception. I'll give you 10 times that.
Great, but I still want to know why you're paying bounty hunters to track down bandits.
They're not good for business.
Your business?
All businesses. Listen, there are forces beyond your imagination at work here. Be thankful you don't know the world for what it is.
Leuvaarden, I've heard so many high and mighty speeches that yours doesn't impress me. I don't give a shit about these forces. My only concern is reaching the Salamandra leaders and killing Azar Javed.
That I'd like to see. Should you succeed, find me, and I'll reward you handsomely. And if you destroy Salamandra as a whole, I will repay you for your efforts.
That won't be easy. I may come see you again, and I'll be counting on your assistance.
I'll help if I can.
See you later.
Yes?
How's business?
You think me a seller of turnips? I run businesses you can't even fathom.
I see.
You're confusing reflected stars for the night sky. I'm waiting for important news.
Farewell.
What do you want?
Greetings, dwarf.
Racial segregation with the first words uttered.
What do you want me to call you?
Bah! You're like everyone else. Like the whole accursed city. Vizima humans get everything, we get naught.
I neither live in Vizima, nor am I human.
What then?
A witcher. A mutant.
Well, in that case, sorry. I'm Golan Vivaldi. My cousin, Vimy Vivaldi, once met a witcher. A debt collector, apparently.
I'm Geralt, and I'm no debt collector.
What brings you here?
I'm looking for the leader of a certain organization.
You suspect me because I'm a dwarf?
Sorry I suspected you. I know you've lost control of your bank.
Kind to be so frank with a dwarf.
Any time.
I have information about Javed that might be useful.
Even the smallest details sometimes are.
I saw his name in old files. He paid tuition at the sorcerer school in Barnard. He was expelled after taking an interest in dark magic. He stopped paying tuition and that was the last trace of him in our system. You're dealing with a renegade, and a dangerous one at that. What brings you here?
I hope you recover your assets.
That bank has belonged to my family for ages, and now some human. You call this justice?
Goodbye.
Finally, the Witcher Geralt answers my call.
We meet again.
I need your help again.
With what?
A grave matter. Something that could prove a milestone in alchemy. Connected to your profession, too.
Tell me more.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
You had a job.
Help me fulfill my life's work. A tower stands in the forest swamp near Old Vizima.
A princess up top, dragon below? Thanks, but I'll pass.
Silence, please. Legend says a mage and alchemist built the tower. No princesses or dragons.
So what's my job?
The mage died ages ago, and the tower was forgotten. The power within it attracted and deformed nearby creatures.
In short, it breeds monsters?
Precisely. I want to examine that source, Witcher, and write a dissertation certain to immortalize my name. I'll have access to secrets that have been hidden away in that tower for years. Unfortunately, the tower is locked. I'll pay 1,000 orens to whoever helps me get inside.
I'll see what I can do, though I'm sure this won't be easy.
Were it easy, I'd not need you. Breaking into a powerful mage's lab is complicated. We must gather detailed information on the tower.
Where do I find it?
In the tales and legends recounted by elders and swamp folk. In old books, too. Recorded wisdom is infinitely more reliable.
Any specific titles in mind?
Ransant Alvaro's The Secret Gates, and an alchemy treatise, Ein Sof Hour. I know a certain dwarf had a copy of The Secret Gates. The second book, written by an anonymous gnome, was lost long ago, and could be hard to find. While you search for these, you can test my newest invention, a crystal that links places of power and my workshop. It will allow you to teleport, disintegrating your being into billions of pieces that travel beyond the time-space curve.
And then it'll reassemble my being in your lab? Sure about this?
There is some chance of error, but it's minuscule. Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I heard Witcher Berengar was working for you.
I hoped you wouldn't discover that.
Care to elaborate?
I hired him to investigate the swamp tower. I didn't want to scare you, but I still have designs on that structure.
You hired him and he disappeared. Didn't you find that odd?
It's why I want you to solve the riddle. Maybe you can also discover what befell Berengar.
What do you think happened?
My competitors for that knowledge might have disposed of Berengar. He left this book with me. You might find it useful.
Let's talk about Salamandra. I think you're in league with them.
What, me? Why?
That's what I'd like to know.
What is it you're after?
Something I don't have evidence for yet.
What brings you here?
Do you have a copy of The Secret Gates?
I do, but I'm unwilling to part with it.
I insist. Just give me a price.
So be it.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
About the tower.
Yes?
I have new information on the tower.
Tell me quickly.
Before this tower, the mage erected two others, but both collapsed. This one served as his house and lab.
I knew that. Anything more?
The mage lived there until he disappeared, most likely dead. He constructed clay golems that served him but hardly seemed a major achievement.
That would agree with the legends of the Sentry.
There are 10 cornerstones involving the elements and threads of fate from which all this was born.
Sephiroth! So the old scrolls are true!
One book contained hints of the stone's whereabouts.
We must find all 10 Sephiroth. I own one of them, Chokmah, the Stone of Wisdom.
I suppose I'm to find the others?
Yes. Near the tower, you'll find a circle of stone obelisks. When you have all 10 Sephiroth, place them on the obelisks. Ah, so close. What a breakthrough. I'll abolish the theory of those stuffy professors in Oxenfurt. I'll destroy them, smash them.
Kalkstein, don't get worked up until I find the stones, which won't be easy. The information in these books is murky at best.
Sorry, could you show me these books? I'll make notes for you.
Here.
There you are.
Well, 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 what do we have here?
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
A warrior like no other. Your legend precedes you. How can I help?
I'm looking for some information. Is this where I'll find it?
Good question. I used to work for the lawyers Codringer and Fenn. Satisfied?
The names mean nothing to me, but I'll assume that's a recommendation.
As a professional, you understand information has its price.
I'll pay.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
What's it like being a private eye?
Lousy work in a town full of dirt and conspiracies. I spend most of my time spying on nobles and rich burghers who cheat on their wives. You can't imagine what people are capable of.
I don't think I care to imagine.
I recently followed Morton, commander of Foltest's palace guards. Heard of him?
I don't think so.
I saw him in the stables with 2 young pages. You wouldn't believe.
I've heard enough.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
I'm interested in the people who wear salamander pins.
Just so happens I know a thing or two. Before I go on, I wouldn't mind knowing what your interest in the case is.
Azar Javed. Name mean anything to you?
I've heard it. Why are you looking for Javed?
Let's just say my boots do a rendezvous with his ass.
Usually I charge for information, but I'll give you this bit for free. I've been working on that case for a while.
Personal matter or a commission?
I'll risk trusting you. Let me tell you a story. A happy couple once lived in Vizima, ordinary as fish in a pond, with a 10-year-old boy. One day the father returned home and was puzzled not to be greeted by his son, his dog, or the smell of dinner on the stove. He suspected nothing until he found the dog dead, shot in the muzzle with a heavy crossbow. He wasn't even sure it was his dog, but then he found his wife pinned to the kitchen door with a spear. He searched the house in vain for his son. The culprits hadn't left a trace. To make a long story short, Vincent Meis had to close the case. No witnesses, no evidence. Except 6 months later, a monster's corpse turned up in a trash heap. Eyes like festering wounds, pale, rough skin, unnaturally muscular body. Everyone had forgotten the murder and disappearance. Almost everyone. See, the missing boy had one characteristic feature, a 6th toe. Only the parents knew about it. Always had trouble finding shoes for the kid. And the dead monster had an identical 6th toe. The father has devoted his life to tracking down the murderers.
I hope he finds them.
Back to reality. This is what I've managed to learn. Azar Javed, a Zerrikanian sorcerer, leads Salamandra. He's more dangerous than a pit of Kikimors, but unfortunately out of my reach. With his contacts and resources, he's got almost free reign in the city.
I got a taste of his abilities. Anything else?
I suspect Salamandra has built a large-scale operation, with gold simply greasing the wheels of their political ambitions. They're conducting genetic experiments, dangerous ones. Regular thugs wouldn't have the knowledge or means.
Who's working for Javed? Any guesses?
The captain of the guard who dropped that investigation disappears nights. Maybe you can squeeze some information out of him.
Is that all?
We might have one more lead. The city guards detained someone who could provide information.
The guards at the city jail?
Yeah. Find a way to question that prisoner. In the meantime, learn what you can from the guards.
Count on it. People open up to me all the time.
His information could be priceless. Good luck.
Know anything more about the salamander prisoner?
He may be one of the leaders, though in this town the guards capture pawns while the big fish swim free. We'll know for certain once you question him.
We'll see.
Just one thing. I think you're being followed.
Any suggestions?
Wait here a while. Make them nervous.
Surprise those who want to surprise you. I'll leave at midnight.
The Witcher is taking his time.
He must have left a different way. No matter.
Seems true. I assume the trap is set?
Indeed. Tend to your tasks in the trade quarter.
I'll leave the matter to our best agent.
You're dead.
Welcome! Make yourself at home!
Finally, you found me.
Looks like it.
How'd you get past the old hag?
That nice lady downstairs?
She's made my life hell.
Girls your age should be married.
That's what she thinks.
Is your rent low at least?
At least my rent is low. Doctors earn little in Temeria. Many leave.
You stayed.
Someone had to.
Anyway.
Yes?
Shawnee, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you saw Cohen shortly before he died.
That's right. How did you know?
I found his sword.
He died during the battle at Brenna, on my operating table.
You were a medic at Brenna?
I worked alongside a surgeon named Rusty, best doctor I ever knew.
Knew?
He died when the Catriona plague erupted, in Maribor. Though a halfling, he could operate like no one else. He made everything seem simple. Stitch red to red, yellow to yellow, white to white, and everything will be all right. You wouldn't understand.
Sorry, Shawnee, I didn't know him. Do you know anything about this sword?
No, but you should ask the dwarf, Zoltan Chive. His knowledge of weapons is unmatched.
Shawnee.
I wanted to talk.
What is it?
Sometimes I dream about the Battle of Brenna, the massacre.
I'm sorry.
But that's it. I'm not sorry. I wake up refreshed and it's like I'm used to suffering. Does that make sense?
It does.
Thanks. Sometimes it's good to share.
Don't mention it.
Yes?
What do you know about my silver sword?
What, me? A simple dwarf?
Shawnee insisted your knowledge of weapons is unequaled.
All right. Silver-plated blade, a steel core, suited to a two-handed grip. Decent workmanship, not perfect. I don't know runes for shit.
Thanks.
No problem.
Who's the richest person in Vizima's temple quarter?
Used to be Vivaldi, but now Declan Leuvaarden's your man. The guy shits gold.
Beautiful analogy. Thanks.
Yes?
Farewell.
Anyone seeking to cross? Transport services at the best prices.
Take me to the other side.
Time's a wasting. Made up your mind? Anyone seeking to cross? Good. Do you need
Who are you? A witcher. Well, well. I thought Leo Bonhart had disposed of your kind. Never heard of him. Nor will you again. We all, in this profession, eventually meet someone better than us.
What profession is that?
Bounty hunter. What brings you here?
Who was Bonhart?
Old Leo was a legend. In some ways, he was like you. He killed without emotion. Just like you would kill a lame drowner. He was the best. Tall, slim, and one gaze from those empty eyes could break a man.
Was he a mage?
No. He slew some witchers. Those who riled the peasants. Magic tricks and witchers' reflexes proved useless against him.
But he's dead. As they say, he hit a harder rock than he was himself.
Yes. Take care, Witcher.
Farewell.
A traveller from distant lands. He has lost something he now seeks.
What shall I call you?
Vaska, the village eldress.
Geralt. Witcher. What do the villagers do?
We mine clay and produce bricks.
I see none working.
Hard times. Speak. What do witchers do?
We solve problems.
Want to ask something?
Has another witcher been here? Berengar?
He has, asking different questions about those alchemies. The alchemist Kalkstein must have sent him. Then we happened upon his gear in a clay pit, covered in blood.
Thanks, Vaska.
White-haired one. There were signs of fighting there, and not with monsters. He was attacked by men. Beware of flaming lizards and dry ones. I need you alive.
Do you have monster problems?
Indeed. Creatures have made nests in the clay pits.
What are they like?
As if drowned, then resurrected.
Drowners. I can finish them.
We're poor folks. I can pay no more than 50 orens.
That's enough. Where are they?
Towards the landing, but take the other road at the fork. At its end you'll spot our tormentors.
What do you do here?
We mine clay to form bricks we bake in ovens.
It's profitable?
No. Though the city grows in need of bricks, the carriers and merchants snatch most of our profit.
Maybe you should move.
Never. We know only brick making.
Do what you will.
Want to ask something?
Kalkstein, an alchemist, claims you know about the mage from the tower and the guard.
A powerful sorcerer once lived in the swamp. An apprentice his only companion. All changed when a woman entered his life.
A fairy tale beginning.
But the end differs. For a wicked woman she was. He fulfilled all her wishes and she took advantage of his might.
Who was she?
Unimportant.
I'm listening.
Blind love spelled the mage's demise. He called upon forces he could not control and died.
What about the guard?
The mage's lover could tell fortunes, and the mage created a deck of extraordinary tarot cards. He illustrated a future event on each card.
And?
Golems guarded the mage's dwelling. Those spared the ravages of time survive at the cemetery, where they remain motionless.
One of them is the guard?
Yes, the most powerful golem acted as sentry. The tower card depicts how the golem can be revived. In turn, this will open the tower anew. Take this card. I no longer need it.
Those must be clay pits.
Help me!
muddy. The Lords are coming.
Shove off.
Who's above the Lords?
What is this crap?
I will fall on my face into dust. The Lords approach like rising waters.
Hey,
They ascend like kings to the throne.
you want a thrashing?
I call thee from the depths. Come,
What the hell?
for I tell thee, who is above the Lords. Want to ask something?
I've killed the drowners.
You showed us mercy, yet I deceived you. I can offer no money, but you cannot leave unrewarded. Take this amulet. It's Kezath, the symbol of mercy.
Will do.
Wonderful. Now we prepare for the coming of the Lords.
Who are these lords?
We worship them and receive the grace of those from the eternal deep.
I keep thinking of the fish people. Vodyanoi.
How dare you? Those names offend the Lords. The Water Lords and I.
Let's discuss a job.
Please help. One of our children is missing. The boy has always returned quickly until now.
Perhaps the water beast ate him.
Blasphemy. The druids must have him to transform into a dryad.
All right, I'll look for the boy. Cave entrance. Huge trees, strange symbols, tamed beasts, even a dryad. This must be the Druid's Grove.
What is it?
I seek a boy missing from the Brickmaker's village.
I've not seen him.
The Brickmakers claim you changed children into dryads.
Fools! Only adults are accepted here. Children would only trouble us. As for dryads, ask them yourself.
Farewell.
Welcome to the Druid's Grove, traveller.
Greetings.
Marvellous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
What can you tell me about your kind? What makes you elves tick?
Let us pray beneath the trees, for the trampled heather, for blood that has been shed, for fate that has been destroyed.
I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
For death inflicted by sword, for the pain of others and our own.
I'm looking for witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favor. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
Gwynblade.
Gwynblade. What's that mean?
White Wolf.
You know me?
Your name precedes you.
You may know more than me. I remember nothing of my past.
Some things are better forgotten. Nevertheless, I do feel sorry for you.
Can you help?
Sadly, no. Perhaps my sisters from Brokilon could help, but they are far away.
I seek a boy. The brickmakers claim druids seized him to transform him into a dryad.
Only girls can be dryads, no boys here.
Just wanted to make sure.
I would show you where young dryads come from, but...
Yes?
I wish to remain faithful to the Brokilon tradition. We only take in men to procreate, and just the strong and agile. We want the girls born of their seed to inherit their father's fortitude.
I've been accused of many things, but lack of physical prowess is not among them.
I believe you. But the ritual requires a man to prove himself a skilled hunter. Bring me a wolf's pelt. You have proved yourself a skilled hunter. Yet one obstacle remains.
What's that?
Witchers are sterile. We dryads don't acknowledge intimacy without procreation.
Intimacy without procreation can be good.
How?
Sex relieves stress, improving body and mind.
We dryads must be vigilant and agile to defend our home, and my body demands love.
Would you like to be with me?
Yes, for the day.
Come.
The Water Lords and I!
The druids didn't take your boy. If I find him, I'll see to his safe return.
The boy is gone. A warning to all. We must prepare.
Prepare for what?
The Water Lords and I!
Farewell.
Only fools mock the Water Lords and live in the dry lands. When the time comes, fish will consume the fools.
Yes?
I seek the Sephiroth stones. I haven't yet located them all. I thought you might know such art and oddities.
I once purchased one for its magical potential, which turned out false. And I paid a mage a costly sum for the examination.
Then would you sell it to me?
Sell my Tipparath? I'm rather fond of it.
I'll give you a good price.
500 orns?
I didn't think it was worth so much. But all right.
I wear Tipparath as an amulet. We can deal right now.
I have 500 orens, though it's quite a price to pay for a stone.
I sadly relinquish it, but my reputation would suffer, as would my business if I did not deal. The Sephira is yours. Yes?
The dock is safe now.
I knew you'd do it. Here's your payment.
Thanks.
Yes?
Farewell.
What brings you here?
I have a message for you from Yevon.
Yevon? I don't need to read it. I know what he wants. Witcher know that whether elf, human or dwarf, they all want the same thing.
Gold?
Gold indeed. If you care to drop by later, you can collect my answer to Yevon.
Agreed.
But don't count on getting any gold from me. Yevon has doubtless promised you some already.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
About the tower.
Yes?
Vaska helped me locate the tower tarot card. It describes how to wake the sentry.
Let's see this card. Interesting. Much depends on interpretation, but I think I understand. Alchemists find it easier to understand other alchemists.
Enlighten me.
The sentry can only be woken if it's near the tower, which it is, and by using a lightning rod.
A lightning rod?
The drawing depicts a man in a crown, a reference to King Herman the Mad.
Who's Herman the Mad?
Herman used to ascend a tower during storms and insult the gods. A hostile faction carried out a coup by removing the lightning rod from the tower.
An interesting story.
You'll need a device that attracts and conducts lightning. Put plainly, a solid metal rod. A good smith should be able to forge one for a decent price.
What next?
Yes, we'll need a thunderstorm, but I have no idea how to make Mother Nature cooperate.
I'll think of something.
When you have everything, attach the lightning rod to the sentry. Energy from the lightning bolt will revive the golem.
What next?
No idea, but you'll manage. If you kill the golem, you'll be able to make a rare potion requiring his heart. Here's the formula.
We'll see.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
See ya.
Need something?
Will you sell me your wares?
Zoltan praised you, so we can trade. If you care to buy something, see my apprentice. I do the forging and handle special orders.
Would you make me a lightning rod? A long metal?
I know what one is. We used them in Mahakam when humans still prayed to storms. You haven't learnt much about lightning rods since.
Can you make a lightning rod?
Are you trying to offend me, or can't you control what you say? I can, for 50 orens.
Deal.
Come back later.
What is it, Witcher?
They say you're holding a salamander prisoner.
Maybe we are. What's it to you?
Well, I wouldn't mind knowing.
You'll get no information. Out of me or my men.
See ya.
Need something?
The lightning rod?
It's ready. 50 orens.
50 orens, like we agreed.
I'm getting out of here. What a dump.
Ah, Witcher.
You've been busy. A training camp?
We must train to fight effectively.
Really think this band of warriors can accomplish something?
Can a few stones turn into an avalanche? Can an entire city burn down from just one spark? No need to answer. We both know the truth. Yes.
I have Vivaldi's response.
He sends words, not gold. I suspected as much.
So my effort was in vain?
Quite the contrary, Witcher. Vivaldi either will not or cannot help us. Crucial information regardless. Did he say why he refused?
Vivaldi's gone bankrupt.
Interesting. The bank functions, yet Vivaldi is bankrupt. Thank you, Geralt. I have an idea. Yes.
Got more work for me?
You proved apt at moving around the swamp, and performed a favor for us. There is something.
I'm listening.
I've heard that Knights of the Order of the Flaming Rose have entered the swamp. Those fanatics detest non-humans. They'll come for us sooner or later.
What's it to do with me?
I'd like you to lead the unit to the Golem burial ground, where Kharn await with a weapons shipment. If matters turn dire, I expect you to prevent the unit from dispersing.
I'm not sure I want to get involved. I need some time to consider.
Ow! Geralt? By the eternal fire, it's good to see you.
What happened?
An Echinops thorn pains me under my greave. I fear I cannot walk. We were seeking the golem burial ground. Some fool, may the eternal fire illuminate the darkness of his mind, was ranting on about mosquitoes and golems when the cursed plant shot me with its thorn. Ouch!
You should get someone to dress that wound.
No time for trivial matters. Elves and hawkers are dealing at the burial ground. My duty was to eliminate the hawkers and the Scoia'tael, chopping off all the Hydra's heads in one fell swoop.
Guess the Hydra got a reprieve.
It was a direct order from the Grand Master. Help me. I'll appoint you commander of my unit.
I'm a witcher, not a soldier.
I believe in you, Geralt. Nothing occurs without cause. The eternal fire has given you both honor and responsibility.
Don't get excited, Siegfried.
We truly need your assistance.
Wait here. I'll look around.
What is it?
You druids control nature's forces, right?
No, we cannot. Rather, we live by its rhythms.
You train wild animals, and you can stir up a storm?
No, I mean yes, but not by force.
Well, I need a tempest with thunder and lightning. Can you create one?
I can, but as I said...
I'll pay. Call it a donation toward the prevention of further devastation of the environment.
500 orens.
That's too much.
Things are getting more expensive, and we have to live somehow.
500 it is.
Come back when you're ready.
Here's 500 orens. I await my storm.
It's no easy feat. I'm no common mage, harnessing storms with absurd stone posts.
What posts?
Anyone magical can activate the 3 stone posts at the golem burial ground. They attract lightning.
Maybe I can use the posts to wake the golem.
Fortunately, that creature stands beyond the post's range. Experimenting with nature's forces can only bring misfortune.
How are the posts activated?
Touch them while intending to attract a storm. But danger abounds. A careless instant can cost your life.
I'll be careful. Farewell.
I know your intention, Witcher, and I would prepare. Imbibe some of those potions, for you'll need them.
A witcher without potions is half a witcher druid.
Inward, Stredakid.
I have questions.
Ask.
Know anything about this salamander prisoner?
Why would I tell you? The captain would kill me.
Maybe I can persuade you.
Powder would help. I never turn down good Fizztech.
Tell me about that salamander prisoner.
But... I hardly know anything.
Where is he?
They took him to Lebiota Hospital.
Thanks. See ya.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
So, I questioned the captain of the city guard.
Any conclusions?
I think he's innocent.
Surprising. Sure he didn't pull the wool over your eyes?
Don't worry about my eyesight. It's not Vincent.
All right, I'll cross him off our list of suspects. For now. He's hiding something, that's clear. But I'll look into that later. What about our other leads?
They've moved the prisoner to the hospital.
All the better. There'll be fewer guards there.
They'll still be watching him.
You could talk to them at night. No witnesses.
I'll think about it.
Stay away from the prisoner.
I want to ask some questions. Shh, he's talking.
Kalkstein. He's passed out. Shove off.
There's a commotion in the corridor.
Bloody thugs. Ramsmeat sent them.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
So, I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
Didn't have time. Ramsmeat's men attacked.
You sure? Strange. Ramsmeat wants Salamander gone, unless something I don't know about has occurred.
Javed might have scared him, or paid him off.
Something to check. Did you get anything out of the prisoner?
One word. Kalkstein.
Makes sense. Kalkstein's known to be a talented alchemist. He could be helping Javed with his experiments.
I've met Kalkstein. He didn't look the criminal.
That might be true, but we need to check all our leads. Let's get to work. I'll ask around town, talk to my contacts. You keep an eye on Kalkstein. Gain his trust. Get to know his plans and secrets.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Kalkstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to Ramsmeat, but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper.
Who's there?
Just a witcher.
Just?
Geralt, greetings.
What happened?
A show of force. They smashed a window and packed 3 bolts in Coleman's gut. Used dispersive bolt heads. A Havkar speciality. And highly illegal.
Who killed him?
Damn Scoia'tael. Now folk will call him a good man, saying how he helped old ladies. A sense of pogrom approaching. The damn shits drew up a list of enemies, and they've begun eliminating them without regard for the consequences.
Why Coleman?
Anger? Revenge? Some elven youth probably overdosed. A note on one of the bolts read, White Death Trader. He was selling Fiztech to kids. Cheaper than anyone else. And you know how addictive it is.
I'm surprised they acted in town.
They feel strong now they've got arms. Some fool did business with them. I suspect Harren Brog. What terrible times.
Fragmenting tip. Enters the stomach as 1, exits the back as 3, mincing the internal organs. Hawker's specialty. Useless against armored soldiers, the tips burst on the surface of even the lightest armor. They're used to kill civilians, for show, as a cruel warning. I know where the weapons that killed Coleman came from. I need to avoid those situations, remain neutral, not get involved.
What do
ever seen the Salamandra sign?
I've seen a lot. Have a problem with that?
Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything?
I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that. I mean, image is everything, right?
I need to talk to you about Salamandra.
Quickly.
When I ask about Salamandra, your henchmen get shifty.
They're like me. We don't like Salamandra.
And I'm a priestess of Melitele.
You're either very brave or very foolish to accuse me.
Neither, Ramsmeat.
You should have asked my men why they get nervous. Now shove off.
Your people attacked me at the hospital.
You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours.
Let's say I believe you. I'm short on proof, so let's say I leave you alone for now.
Thanks a lot. But you'll allow me not to fall at your feet. If you do happen to find Javed, I'll be glad to hear about it. And if you find any of his underlings, I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, too.
Mere deduction. Thanks, Geralt. You saved my life. The bastards snuck in here. Somehow they found out I'm after them.
Who? What happened?
Salamandra. I was a step away from solving the mystery. One small step.
Relax, Raymond. You're safe now.
Not likely. They're following me day and night. I gotta find a way to lose them.
What do we do?
I'll set a false trail. You question the new suspects.
Who?
Here, take these notes. They list all the key leads.
What do you intend to do?
They're on my heels, so I've got to disappear. I'll draw them away while you pursue the investigation. I'll find you, White Wolf.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Let's talk about Salamandra. Evidence indicates you're linked to the organization.
What evidence?
The wounded salamander mentioned you.
That's likely, since I hired him.
What for?
To help with my experiments. I had no idea he belonged to a secret organization.
I suppose he distilled the fifth essence and dusted the Philosopher's Stone?
He protected me from Salamandra and did other tasks. He risked his life for me, and your sarcasm will not change that. Get out of my sight, mutant.
I believe you. It's suspicious that people you hire are chased by Salamandra.
I don't know who pursued Berengar, but I had nothing to do with it.
You didn't try trapping him to hand him to Azar Javed?
If I worked for Salamandra, I would never let myself be linked to Berengar. You offend my intelligence. Go away!
I believe you. I don't know enough to decide. Let's drop the subject for now.
Right. We can't waste time. When you find that criminal, I'll gladly help. But now, back to work.
Albedo? Yes, this solution...
Mr. Marlowe sent me.
What's happening?
Raymond said he has some new information. Come to his house as soon as you can.
Thanks for the message.
This is boring.
That makes no sense. Welcome. You won't believe what happened.
Tell me.
Not so fast. Remember, I have expenses.
How much do I owe you?
200 orens.
This investigation is getting expensive.
I'm not the Prophet Lebioda. I can't live on roots and berries. Neither can my informers. I guarantee you these are the bare necessities.
All right, 200 orens.
Down to business. They transferred the prisoner after the attack.
Not good.
Especially since we won't get anything else out of him. He died last night.
How did that happen?
Well, he wasn't in great shape, so I guess it's no surprise, but I have a feeling.
Someone helped him along?
Exactly. Shawnee's a good friend of yours, right? Ask her to do an autopsy, once we know the cause of death.
Wait a minute. Are you spying on me?
That's my job.
See you later.
Geralt, we need to talk.
What is it?
Some people died at the hospital. Were you involved? Explain yourself.
I wanted to question a prisoner, one of your patients, but thugs interrupted us. It was their bodies the guard discovered later.
I'll tell you what I overheard. The prisoner will be transported to a safe location.
Thanks, Shawnee, for understanding.
Just watching out for you.
I need you to help me with an autopsy.
What? That's illegal.
It's necessary.
Visit me at night. We'll talk.
See ya.
You didn't see me. So what'll it be? We doing some ploughing business?
You do business with Salamandra?
Did you fucking fall off your horse?
How did you get Berenger's effects?
Dog's balls, I'm a fence. Want me to draw you a picture? You think I ask every thief who he ploughed for his goods?
Let me draw you a picture. A certain organization, Salamandra, has it in for witchers. A witcher, Berengar, disappears, and all he had lands in the hands of a fence. You. Getting this?
A pox on pictures. Berenger's nothing to me. My suppliers might know more. Besides, I'd never survive in this business if I sold hot goods I actually had a hand in getting.
That's believable. A lot of shadowy people hang around here.
Am I a fence? Unfucking-believable.
But why at night?
Will you strut about proudly if you had debts? Be glad they all come to me. If Salamandra's paid their accounts, the city would have toppled long ago.
I suppose that could be true. You have contacts among the city guards. Could be valuable to Azar.
Damn dangerous times. I need protection from Salamandra, that's why I deal with the guards.
So you say.
I pay Vincent's half-wits a few coins and they see to my personal safety. I'm done now, see ya.
Believable, I guess. I may have just figured this out. I've figured out Salamandra.
We'll see.
Let's summarize.
I'm really fucking interested.
There's nothing to the story.
What's your problem?
You're no criminal genius, Thaler, though you might like to be.
So who am I? Some pious priestess's virginity that she lost in a dark alley?
A little conniver who buys debts to feel important, to have power over people if only for a moment.
That hurt, Geralt.
You talk a bundle, but when push comes to shove, you hide under the city guard's bibs. You lack balls.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop pretending you have principles. You come across the property of a witcher, someone who risks his life for people like you, and what do?
Tell me.
You ignore it. Just more prizes to peddle. You're an insignificant fence, nothing more.
That concludes your investigation? I'm almost disappointed.
You're not worth my time.
The great Geralt has spoken. He lectures, plays the wise one, and I couldn't give a rat's arse. Not being petty, I won't take it personally. All customers lose their wits once in a while. I'll let you in on something. I might have gotten on Azar's bad side once. The bastard lusts after antiques and luxuries, like any savage who makes a corner too. I was once asked to handle an entire transport of that shit. Turned out it was for him, except I needed the city guard's help at the time. I tipped Vincent off and they confiscated everything. I've needed even more protection since.
Yes?
Shani, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help with an autopsy.
An autopsy? Since when do you deal with stuff like that?
Since I started investigating Salamandra.
Okay, though, I'm no coroner. You'll have to interpret our findings. We'll meet in the evening. Until then, gather as many clues as possible.
I'll sniff around.
Get the body from the Gravedigger. We'll meet at the hospital in the evening.
How do I find information to help the autopsy?
Ask Vincent Meis, but also look for books on anatomy and pathology.
Farewell.
What is it, Witcher?
You ever do autopsies?
What for? Punctured stomachs mean gang warfare. Torn off heads mean beasts. And black tongues mean poison. The first case, we pressure Ramsmeat. The second, we pass on to the Order or a Witcher. The third, we go to the victim's wife. The culprit 90% of the time. Autopsies are a waste of time.
The town cemetery. The dead and undead await behind that gate. Plenty of work for a Witcher.
What'll it be? Pine or oak, perhaps? An entire crypt? Let's see. 5 ells wide.
What are you talking about?
Why would you come to a gravedigger? So I ask you, who will you be burying? Fear not, my prices are reasonable.
I'm here for another reason.
You should plan ahead. Very well. What is it you want?
A prisoner died recently. Is he in the cemetery already?
Don't know. You can have another body. They all reek the same.
I'm after a specific corpse.
Particular. Come back when you know what you want. Examining remains is an art. Always worthwhile to look deeper. But who does that concern?
Could you hand over the prisoner's body for an autopsy?
For a bottle of dwarven liquor. Nothing like a good drink.
About the prisoner.
Where you want the body dumped?
At the hospital.
It'll be there by evening.
Farewell.
Ready for the autopsy?
Let's get started.
Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
Shani, this isn't a lecture hall.
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
A werewolf?
The moon's shining. Wouldn't he turn into a lycanthrope?
I guess.
Geralt, no need to test me. I'm a professional. Moving on.
Could a human have inflicted these wounds?
Only with a 2-foot jaw.
The bone marrow has been sucked out. Must be scavengers.
Very likely. Plenty around the cemetery.
So, he was torn to pieces after he died. I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
External signs aren't everything. His neck muscles and palms look tense. How do you know when he died?
Normally I base it on muscle stiffness and dehydration, but rigor mortis is persisting for too long.
They say successful autopsies are based on curiosity. Should we look?
Let's check his internal organs. The symptoms are peculiar, and the cause of death, too.
Those wounds are too obvious. I suspect something more. Poison?
If so, a rare sort. Perhaps an alchemist's brew.
Kalkstein?
Ah! Liver's completely cirrhotic. It was obviously a potent poison. This stinks of alchemy.
This is too easy.
Life can be simple sometimes.
Are you certain poison is the only explanation for the unusual rigor mortis?
The most likely cause.
I have a sinking feeling there's more to this.
We can try the coroner's last resort, opening the skull. Opening the skull, always a pleasure. See that in the brain?
Larva of the Zeracanian tsetse fly.
But how did they get in his brain?
It's part of their development cycle. If we were in Zeracania, I'd say a fly crawled up his nose and laid its eggs.
We're in Temeria.
Our climate is too cold and dry for the tsetse fly. Even if someone brought eggs, how would they get up his nose?
What do these eggs look like?
Tiny, white, like flour.
Or Fistek?
Geralt, I gave him Fistek before he died. He was suffering terribly, and we had no other anesthetics. I thought it was safe.
Where did you get it?
From your friend, the detective. He told me it was from special stock.
Raymond.
Then we have a problem.
He added eggs to the Fistek, then came here at night to fake the other evidence.
That doesn't sound like Raymond at all.
My medallion vibrates whenever I see him lately. And Zeracania? That's where Azar Javed is from. The real Raymond may no longer be with us.
But I saw him just yesterday.
Azar's using an illusion, trying to manipulate me. Thanks, Shani. I couldn't have figured it out without you.
What will you do now?
I'll talk to Kalkstein first. He should help me prepare.
What do you want, Wolf?
I've figured out Javed.
Good. So you gained the element of surprise. But you'll still have to face this powerful sorcerer alone.
Maybe Kalkstein has some ideas.
Good work, Wolf.
See you.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I know Raymond is the Salamandra leader.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have irrefutable evidence. Azar killed Raymond and assumed his identity using an illusion.
The rogue! What do you intend to do about it?
You're better off not knowing.
Be careful. He has great power. You must separate him from its source, the element of fire. Lure him to a place where the magical aura is unstable. It would be best if this place was surrounded by the opposing element, water.
The tower in the swamp.
Ideal. You'd stand a chance there.
See ya.
Yes?
You need any help?
I'd like to ask a favor.
I'm listening.
Remember Dandelion? Well, we're trying to organize a gathering.
A gathering?
To reminisce, have a few drinks. However...
Lacking the drinks?
You guessed it, and I don't want to serve just anything.
What do you need?
Cherry vodka for Dandelion, rosé wine for me, and something for you.
I'll try.
Yes?
I brought some liquor.
Splendid. Bring a friend.
See you at the party.
Yes?
Care to drop in on Shani's party?
At our place?
Yeah. See you there.
Bring alcohol.
Farewell.
I can't handle this! My heart! Help!
What now?
Such debauchery under my roof! She hooks herself a musician or something!
It's the famous poet, Dandelion.
I know his fame! I've no desire to listen to a crying brat 9 months from now!
Shall I chaperone them?
Finally! You're making sense!
Hi, Geralt. Dandelion can't wait to see you.
Geralt? I'll be damned. For a second there, I thought I was seeing a ghost.
No, I'm no ghost.
Am I losing my mind? Is this a joke? Shawnee?
And it's no joke.
But how? I saw it myself.
What did you see, Dandelion?
I saw her tell them to put you on a boat. And there was a unicorn, and Milva, Kahir, and Angulem, and Yarpen, and Zoltan. We all witnessed it.
I lost my memory, but I want to know why everyone's so surprised to see me alive. Tell me everything, step by step.
5 years ago, we were sitting in a tavern with friends, eating escargot, drinking vodka. A bloodthirsty mob attacked the non-human district. You went out into the street to scare them off, and then...
What?
Someone stabbed you in the stomach with a pitchfork. A fatal wound. There was nothing we could do.
Are you telling me everything?
We were all there.
All meaning who?
You really don't remember a thing. Your loved ones. Your friends.
Sounds a bit like a ballad.
It's the truth and nothing but. Geralt, forgive me. I still can't believe you're here.
Listen, Dandelion, I don't have proof because that's impossible. I don't remember. I'm afraid some things can't be explained. Let's sit down, have a drink like old friends. Time will tell who I am.
You're right. We've been through too much together. I'd know.
You invite anyone?
Zoltan Chive. Know him?
No, but I'd love to meet him.
Splendid. Zoltan and I have always gotten along.
So, everything's ready.
Let's have a drink. I've been thinking and I have a question.
Don't hold back, Dandelion. It doesn't suit you.
Let's imagine your next contract is a vampire. What would you do?
You said we've been through a lot together, so you should know.
Ha! What if I said you'd reach a deal with this vampire?
Dandelion, believe me, if you could tell a Bruxa to hunt rabbits, for instance, I'd be long unemployed.
What about higher vampires?
They're rare. I don't know.
Let me show you what drinking blood means to a higher vampire.
Dandelion.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Strong, but good.
You were about to enlighten me.
I just did that with that last shot. Listen to a man who's lived a little and not lost his memory. Higher vampires treat blood like we treat...
Ooh, someone's coming.
Zoltan Chive, miss. It's been a while, Dandelion. Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings.
Hey, Zoltan.
I have a hankering for good booze.
It's coming.
Pour around, Geralt.
Stiff stuff.
My eyes are watering.
Booze is best, I always say.
It depends. For a romantic dinner for two, booze won't do. Not so much for the taste, but because of the after effects.
My Eudora and I have often downed a jug and observed no effects.
I prefer wine, but don't mind liquor. In moderation.
Quality booze is also used in modern medical treatments, which Shani will confirm.
It's an excellent disinfectant, yes.
Not only. It warms the body, alleviates pain, and overcomes weakness.
Let's test it.
Cheers!
What is it?
Tell me about the Battle of Brenna.
With 4 of us and thousands of wounded, I never left the tent.
I admire you, Shani.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
I hope you don't mind that I invited Zoltan.
I like him.
I'm glad.
So, as I was saying, unlike the lesser ones, higher vampires don't need blood, human or otherwise. Blood, my dear monster slayer, is like booze to them.
Where'd you learn this?
By the spider's hairy balls, I know.
Am I the only one who's confused?
No, I don't get it either. Dandelion, what's your point?
Geralt, you had a true friend who was a vampire.
Did I also have a friend who was a dragon?
Actually, you did, so the joke's on you. In any case, this vampire's name was Regis. Zoltan can back me up.
He was your friend and could pull red-hot horseshoes from the hearth without burning his bare hands.
What happened to this Regis?
Emil Regis Rohalak Tertsif Godfroy died fighting by your side, Geralt. Let's drink to him and others who have fallen.
Let's drink.
Caleb Stratton.
Rusty! It's completely dark down there.
You hungry?
A little.
We've bread, but we shouldn't eat plain bread.
Zoltan's right. We need some lard.
That mummy downstairs must have a full larder.
You're joking.
That mummy must have some lard. Maybe pickles, too.
Shani?
Just don't get caught, Geralt. I'll pay for them tomorrow.
Wait a second. Why me?
Dwarves are no masters of stealth. Shani wouldn't sneak about, and Dandelion, well, he'd mess up.
All right. I'll be right back.
Any success?
Lard and pickles.
How about sugar?
Zoltan.
Fine, lard will do.
I think I know the perfect song for Zoltan.
We'd love to hear it.
Sing away, Dandelion.
By the woods can you see Wolf in all his might, grinning madly, wagging gladly, bouncing with delight. My oh my, what a sight! Why no melancholy? Must be that, still not wed, that is why so jolly. Ow, ow, ow! In the grass, can you see? Wolf just limps along, looking down, awful frown, crying like a dog. Why is this mighty beast so badly rampaged? Must be that, freshly wed, or lately engaged. Ow, ow! Zoltan, how's the wife?
Hard question, Dandelion. The old times will never come back.
The good old times.
Shani's asleep. Let's have a drink, then leave.
To Shani.
Yes?
Red roses, Geralt. So you...
You're blushing.
I get flowers so rarely.
A pretty young medic like you can't be lacking admirers.
Well, this gloomy fellow scared everyone else away.
If you need help.
No, I'm fine. He was mysterious, even charming in a peculiar way. We actually went out a few times, and who knows what might have happened if I hadn't discovered he was leading a double life.
Who do you mean?
Thaler. I doubt you know him. We were walking along the dike one evening when I realized we were being followed by two men wearing grey coats over Special Forces armor.
The coats were supposed to hide them. They didn't know at university I learned to recognize their kind. I thought we were going to be arrested, then Thaler told me not to worry. Duty called, and we needed to part.
I was about to give him a piece of my mind when I noticed the men giving him signals.
Were they wearing salamander badges?
Wait. I was curious, so I said he broke my heart and faked fainting. Thaler said to the men, "This better be important." One of them answered, "But Chief, we hid invisible-like." Thaler said, "Your balls will be invisible-like when I shove them up your ass." I couldn't help but burst out laughing.
How'd it end?
They walked me home. I heard an invisible one say their operation against Salamandra had failed.
Who were they?
Volta's secret police. When we first met in Oxenfurt, I helped you evade Redanian agents. The Temerian ones are little better.
Speaking of Oxenfurt, what did Dandelion actually interrupt?
Thought you'd never ask.
Ashes to ashes. What do you need?
You seem to know a lot about the deaths in the city. Ever help with investigations?
Sometimes I inform Raymond about the more interesting dead men.
I don't trust Raymond. He's hiding something.
Raymond? You wouldn't find a more loyal man.
He seems to be struggling with this case. I should help. Will you let me inside the cemetery?
City authorities prohibited it.
How can I change your mind?
I'd need Captain Meis's permission.
No other way to sway you?
Actually, I've a terrible debt with Thaler. Clear those debts, the cemetery key's yours.
Farewell.
What is it, Witcher?
Can you get me a pass into the cemetery?
No trouble. Maybe you can clean it up while you're there.
I'll see.
Something must be done about that.
What do you need?
I want to get inside the cemetery.
City authorities prohibited it.
I have a pass from Captain Meis.
Here are the keys. Go inside where we lay the fresh ones, but if they kill you, don't return to haunt me.
Farewell.
What do you need?
Here's your key.
Learn anything?
I found Raymond's body in the crypt.
How? I spoke to him recently.
Now I'm sure. The leader of Salamandra, a mage capable of spinning illusions, is masquerading as Raymond.
Yes?
I have the autopsy results.
And?
I couldn't conclude anything.
How's that?
How do I put this? I mistook one vial for another and poured some caustic crap on the corpse. We couldn't draw any conclusions from what remained.
None? None at all?
Not a one. Come on, Raymond. Everyone makes mistakes.
I need to think. Come back later. Here at last. Listen, I got it all figured out. Kalkstein and Ramsmeat were associates. I have irrefutable evidence.
What do we do with that information?
We set a trap. though it might be dangerous. Gather your equipment and come back later.
All right.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the commander of the Royal Guards.
I saw him in town some time ago, busy bashing perverts.
How come?
What don't you understand? Everyone knows the Guard Commander hates anyone he can call deviant.
Everyone knows, but few care.
Yes?
I'm ready for Ramsmeat.
Good. He leads Salamandra's armed force. You have to kill him.
Won't be easy, but I'll try.
Yes?
Good news. You'll be happy, Raymond.
You killed Ramsmeat?
He won't be bothering us anymore. But that's not it. We'll nab Javed soon. I have a plan. Your family will be avenged.
So, what's your plan?
I wanted to take care of this alone, but if you're willing to help...
Of course I am. You're paying me, after all. Besides, we're friends now.
Yes. Friends. Now, since we've defanged Javed by getting rid of Ramsmeat, let's plan what he and Kalkstein want so much.
And that is?
The secret's inside the swamp tower. I know how to open it, and I'd like you to do something.
Of course. What?
Come with me to the swamp, and when I open the tower, take the secret books, hide them away from me. We can't let them fall into Javed's hands.
Right. When do we go?
Now.
We need to secure what's hidden in the tower. All the books and scrolls. Bait for our target.
Just one thing missing. I have yet to unlock the tower door.
That's where I come in. This stone is the key to the tower, or part of the key. You make sure you get Kalkstein interested, like we agreed.
The obelisk seems ancient. Pity I don't understand these runes. The obelisk merged. The old spells still work. The obelisk merged. The old spells still work. The Sephiroth are set. My medallion's vibrating like mad, so the spell must be working. The tower door should be open. I can't wait to see Kalkstein's reaction.
Aren't you eager to learn the truth?
I'd rather stay focused. Should I get the book from the tower?
Yes, hurry. We can't let Kalkstein get ahead of us. I hope that murderer swallowed the bait.
I think I made sure of that.
You'll soon learn the truth. Excited?
More than you think. Just one question. Where did you get the idea to assume Raymond's identity?
Clever. From you, of course. He was getting close and you trusted him. I would have been foolish not to take advantage of the situation.
Did you forget it would put you face to face with a Witcher? Well, I'd be foolish not to take advantage of this situation. Enough chatter. Now kindly lead me to where you've hidden the items stolen from Kaer Morhen.
Too much water around Vizard to feel comfortable. Fire mage is limited. He needs me to do the wet work.
Good. 2 worms with 1 stone.
Silence. Back to the base of the trade quarter. Hurry before he recovers.
We shall meet again, freak.
All felt the battle in the swamp was the beginning of events that would soon rock Temeria. Sensing the approaching conflict, both sides were eager to test the enemy. A routine skirmish between patrols erupted into a regular battle. Led by unwavering faith, the Knights of the Order showed greater determination and emerged victorious. The Scoia'tael learned that freedom could only be achieved by shedding blood, their enemies and their own. Azar excluded me from the battle. When Triss woke me, heaps of bodies appeared before my eyes. It was the last time I was able to avoid taking sides.